A is for August, and August is for story time about honeybees, beekeeping, the state fair, and my family and I growing up and how this all relates. But first, we need some ASMR. Just think about all of the beeswax that is needed to make the candles, the countless candles that we can purchase in all of the fabulous stores. It's mind-blowing to me. Honeybees, they are our friends. Honeybees, they are our friends. Honeybees, they are our friends. Just don't get stung by one. Just don't get stung by one. Honeybees, they are our friends. Honeybees, they are our friends. Just don't get stung by one. Do you need a honey facial? Look at this raw, pure honey. Just so sweet. So delectable. Brown and yellow, 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 brown and yellow is for the honeybee color. Is for the honeybee color. Brown and yellow, brown and yellow. Growing up, my family and I used to be beekeepers. There are countless memories that I have where my mother would actually go and get a swarm of bees that was either out on our local gravel roads or in our own forest. And it was literally stop whatever you are doing and you have to run. You have to go and get that swarm of bees, and you need to implement it into your own beehives, which is what we did. I don't know how many beehives we had throughout the years, but we were always beekeeping. So, come August, which I don't know how it just got triggered in my mind, but I'm like, oh my gosh, this is when we used to do all the harvesting of honey. This is when we had when we would enter in the state fair. So Lincoln, Nebraska held the state fair for I don't know how many years until it actually moved to Grand Island, Nebraska. And we were crushed because we were like, once it moved, we had to stop entering. But growing up, we entered in the beekeeping category for years and years. Now, it wasn't my favorite category to enter into. Like, there was other things like the cakes and the cookies and the crafts and the quilts and the art and all the other beautiful and fun things that I was completely into, right? But because we were able to enter free, there were no fees at all, like there typically are, we got to enter that year after year. And I'm about to show you the results from, I guess, the fruits of my labor, from all the entries that I did throughout many years, the rewards that I got. I have some scrapbooking pieces, I have some photographs, I have a lot of stuff. But back about the harvesting time, that was an intense time because we had to suit up literally from head to toe. So you had this whole like box kind of netted hat mesh thing going on, and you have this entire white suit that zip up, button up, and we're talking Nebraska August weather, right? And you had to have the smokers that kind of puts the bees to sleep, so they're not as likely to sting you and be as ruffled up and angry and everything because you're stealing honey from their hives. And then we would all like do this whole family unit thing where we had steps that this person had this job and this person had this one. Then you had to run it into our basement, and we had plastic wrap everywhere. We had the honey extractor, we had buckets and gallons, and we had all the beehive frames that you would, or the square units, or I forget what they're called, that you would place the actual frames in. It was such a fiasco. And then I can remember whenever I would mow in front of those beehives, I would suit up from head to toe because I was terrified of getting stung. And I have gotten stung before, even on my temple, and I heard that you could die from that. By the way, if you ever get stung by a bee, plantain, it's like an herb, but it's a weed. We don't have much of that here in Mississippi, but we had plenty of that growing up in Nebraska, and we would always, it's really gross, but you would chew it up, and your saliva's in it, and then you would paste it onto the bee sting. Instant relief to take that, that irritating poison, just harmful stuff in there that because some of my siblings were allergic, and that's later on down the road we were kind of like, it's time to move on from this because it's just too much for some of the people that are allergic or whatever. But plantain is a lifesaver. Okay, so I'm gonna block out some of my family's faces, but this is what it would be like. This is literally, and we have like, I guess the farmer's overall, coverall kind of things, and we have our boots taped so the bees could not get in there. You have to literally block off every area where the bees could get in, and because, you know, a bee sting is nasty, it hurts like all get out. But here we are in our formation of like, this is time to harvest the honey. Don't ask me why I'm wearing a dress where the bees could get inside. And maybe these were inactive beehives. I don't know, but this was me when I was probably like 8 or 9 or something like that. I'm just so poised and so elegant, you know, folding my hands and just posing by the beehives. And then here are some photographs. These are kind of like, I guess kind of like, not the judges, but some this gentleman and lady that were very active in, they were kind of like running this department or something for the beekeeping category, and I'm being awarded with one of my plaques. And then here I am again with one of my entries, and this one it might have been a best of show and first place. Yeah, oh, memory lane. I'm not sure what year this would have been, but these are some more of the beekeeping entries that I entered. I guess I would have had some of our honey. I did drawings. I did, I think, no, these are some of the awards that I got as well. Oh my gosh, I think I remember making this out of beeswax. It's a flower, and then painting it. And then here, these are some gift baskets. I think one is about like a spa or herbal healing, and then kind of like a breakfast theme or something like that. And then I also have these, which sometimes this is so old school. Like, this is before we had, you know, any smartphones, any of the, like, I don't know, I don't think I even used any, like, you know, the like dial flip phones or whatever. My bangs are hideous in this one, so don't mind that. But I made a honey house. No, yeah, I think so. Or a cabin or something. And look, these are, I think I have those dolls somewhere. Don't I? Do I not have those dollhouse dolls anymore? I have a lot of like the dolls and for like miniature pieces up in there. I don't know. I might have given that to one of my sisters, some of my dolls. I think I did. Oh my gosh, anyway, so yeah, they're having like this little picnic out there in their yard by their honey house. It's so romantic, and I got first place on this as well. I used to be an avid scrapbooker, and I invested a lot of money into it too back in the day, but yeah, I don't scrapbook anymore, and I haven't in years. I just kind of quit, you know, for a few different reasons. But this would have been in 2009, and you can see I have different yeah, just different entries that I have. I really loved making this one. It was Dr. Bewell, a teddy bear, and like all of these like herbal honey kind of related themes, and this is like a romantic themed one. Yeah, definitely my bangs look better there, thankfully. And then I made like a beekeeping outfit for my 18-inch doll. Yeah. And then this was another one of my ribbons. By the way, I got rid of all of my state fair ribbons, all of my plaques, all of my like award, trophy kind of things or whatever, because I'm like, I didn't love beekeeping, but like I did it because, you know, I made all, and I'll have to show you that, like I made a lot of money, and I was just blown away at like just how much stuff that I won and like how well it all went, and like I had fun, but like, you know, so I think I just got rid of him because I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with him, you know? And then here's another one. I made another honey house kind of a thing. And here's like, if you rack up all my money, like, you know, $15, $50, $100, $50, 15, 15, 750, 15, 10, 100, 15, 10, 15, 10, 10, 750. And this was a total of $445 back in 2006. And then I kept a lot of like the state fair guidelines and rule books and award-winning kind of stuff or whatever. And then in 2006, I won the open class and youth division sweepstakes. And I had this rivalry guy that I never got to meet, but we connected online because we were always competing with each other. And then the Omaha World Herald wrote this about me: sweet victory. The Tigress was beekeeping that might be featuring Tana Becker of Sterling, who won the Youth and Adult Sweepstakes Awards in the Nebraska Beekeeper Association contest at the State Fair. It's only the second time a teenager has swept both contests. Was the previous dual winner. Becker continues a family tradition of beekeeping. Yay!